This statement is made on behalf of the Indian Law Resource Center, the National Congress of American Indians Task Force on Violence Against Women, the Chickasaw Nation, and the Citizen Potawatomi Nation. I thank the Special Rapporteur for her very important statement concerning the role of Indigenous peoples in setting the post-2015 development agenda. We strongly believe the post-2015 development agenda and the 2014 World Conference outcome document must take measures to address the cross-cutting issue of violence against Indigenous women and children. This is an increasingly critical issue that demands our immediate attention. Violence against Indigenous women is a human rights violation and has become a worldwide crisis. Disproportionately high rates of multiple forms of discrimination, violence, and murder plague Indigenous women on two fronts, because of their gender and because they are Indigenous. In the United States, Native women are 2.5 times more likely to be sexually assaulted than other women, and in Alaska, a Native woman is assaulted every 18 hours. 1 in 3 Native women will be raped in her lifetime, and on some reservations, the murder rate for Native women is 10 times the national average. For Indigenous women elsewhere in the world, the situation is even more urgent. Many human rights treaties and declarations already set out crucial protections for women. Generally, states have an obligation to protect women from violence, hold perpetrators accountable, and provide justice and remedies to victims. Significantly, Article 22 of the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples calls upon states, in conjunction with Indigenous peoples, to ensure Indigenous women and children enjoy full protection and guarantees against all forms of violence and discrimination. But it is undeniable that more is needed. At least 129 Indigenous nations and 22 organizations urge the inclusion of strong measures to combat violence against Indigenous women and children worldwide in the World Conference outcome document. Such measures should include the following. 1, a decision to convene a high-level conference to examine this problem. 2, a decision to require that a UN body for monitoring and implementing the declaration give particular attention to this issue. And 3, a decision to appoint a special rapporteur on the human rights of Indigenous women and children. Over the last 2 days, we've heard unanimity in the voices of Indigenous peoples, states, and UN agencies for the World Conference outcome document to take measures to end the epidemic of violence against Indigenous women and children. The issue is also recognized in the ALTA outcome document. However, the General Assembly, in Resolution 68-149, has specifically called for the consideration of other proposals from Indigenous peoples beyond the ALTA document in drafting the World Conference outcome document. And this recommendation, with its broad support from 129 Indigenous governments and 22 organizations, provides just the kind of specific, practicable, and concrete steps the UN can take at the World Conference to directly address this human rights crisis and to meet its mandate to pursue the objectives of the declaration. We therefore urge that these 3 decisions be included in the World Conference outcome document. This recommended decision is discussed in further detail on our website, www.indianlaw.org/worldconference, and will be available on PaperSmart. Thank you.